Oh, there we are. Okay. My love is music. I have taught thousands of people to play the guitar. Sadly, I've seen thousands quit. The guitar is the most popular instrument in the world, but yet it is one of the most frustrating. We all want to play the guitar for one reason. You know what it is? To meet chicks. There's 4 buttons. It plays G, D, C, and E minor. With those 4 chords, you can play hundreds of thousands of songs. Y'all, that's done with 1 button. 1 finger.
Maybe you're really learning how to play the guitar by pushing a single button. Why are you learning anything?
Oh, man, the question I was waiting for. It is a cheat, I'll be honest, unless it does this. You pull that out. Now, instead of pressing a button, you're really playing a chord. We have a patented 2-month learning system.
Whenever I drive down the street with my girls and a good guitar riff comes on, I want to be a rock star so bad. If you can teach me how to play the guitar...
I promise you I can right now. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay.
Thank you very much. All right, I'll play, you sing.
Match the red one.
The red one?
Uh-huh. Amazing grace, green, just a green, just a green. How sweet, back to blue, the sound that saved.
We're jamming, baby!
A rich, go to red, like me. Woo! Y'all, what you've just seen him do would take at least 2 months.
That's true.
Well, Merry Christmas, Travis.
Merry Christmas to you, Scott. I was cleaning my drawer out while the preview was playing, and I will show you something I found that maybe you'll like. And this is a knife a guy made for me. Okay, see, it's a handmade knife, but check it out. It's made from the jawbone of a deer.
Wow, I tell you.
Is that crazy?
We won't let Santa's reindeer see that.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, Travis, it's you tell me it's cold there in Alabama. Look, I got my this is a mug my mother gave me. You got this. Let me here. Get my little musical mug, and it's cold.
Wow.
So
yeah.
And I'm drinking drinking some hot cocoa on this cold morning here in Texas, but a little bit colder in Alabama today.
Oh, we're in the 20s. It was 27. Windshield last night got down to 17. So, but that, we seriously, we only have a few days, less than 10 out of the year, maybe less, that it's below, freezing. So
Well, I like your I like that you got the jacket there. I was looking sharp.
I do. I saw this in the closet. I haven't worn it because I've lost weight and I couldn't wear it. It was too small, but I've lost about 50 pounds and it fits me like a glove. And I tell you what, I make it look good. I'll tell you that.
Well, I know we're here for the ChordBuddy. That's the guitar learning system that you invented because you were teaching people how to play guitar, and you felt discouraged because they felt discouraged and stopped playing.
Scott, I was teaching guitar at the sound shop, actually here in Dothan, when I was 18, and I'd been teaching guitar for probably around 60 days, and I was getting frustrated. I was getting disappointed, and I went to Charles that owned the store, and I said, "I'm quitting." And he said, "Why are you quitting?" And I go, "Because I suck as a teacher. I'm absolutely horrible."
And he said, why you figure that? And I said, well, because half my students have quit. And he just bust out laughing. And he said, Travis, that's just the way it is. Everybody sees you playing, see people just scatting all over the place and think it's easy and fun. And it is fun. As I always say, it's the most fun you can have with your clothes on. But it's not easy. It's fun, but it takes a while to get this, Scott. This is the award-winning Perry guitar, by the way, that comes in the combo. If you choose to get that, gosh, what a good guitar, guys! This guitar was voted best bang for the buck. I mean, check it out. I mean, look at the finish on this thing. Can you? Amazing.
It looks great, sounds good. And when people buy this, I'm going to just highlight, this is the combo, $299 for everything. So you get that award-winning best bang for the buck Perry guitar, beautiful sounding guitar, the ChordBuddy Learning System, which has the ChordBuddy unit, which you have attached on there, the 2-month learning system book, the song book, picks, a tuner, everything you need to be playing music the day you open it. But the other reason that it plays so well is that you personally set up every guitar.
Every guitar. And I tell you what, some people say you have to do that. No, I get to do it. It's not a chore. These guitars are wonderfully made guitars, but they are on the lower end. That's why they're priced like they are. And if you're going to have a problem, they're going to be in this price range of guitar. So I would rather me find it than you. So I go every guitar I set up. I check the bridge. I check the heel. I check up here. I check the neck. I look down it like you do a 2x4. It needs adjustment. It has a truss rod adjustment right there. You can see that hole. That's where you adjust to straighten the truss rod. And there, perfect. I mean, Sweet Home Alabama, baby, with one finger on the amazing ChordBuddy with the Perry guitar. Listen, you're going to be a hit, and you're going to be playing Christmas morning.
Now we played the Shark Tank video a little bit.
I do want to say, please order within the next 48 hours so that it will be there for Christmas.
Yeah,
Amazon's great at getting it to you, but don't keep waiting.
We got to highlight a discount today, $44.95 to get you everything. That is, if you have a guitar already in the closet under the bed, gathering dust, you haven't played it, then $44.95 will get you the complete ChordBuddy Learning System that we saw when we watched the clip on Shark Tank just a little bit earlier, where you actually got Robert Herjavec, who always wanted to play guitar, to play guitar right there in the studio. And I know that, Travis, you've told me what we watched, that little few-minute clip, 15 minutes or so on the show, took what, hours to film?
I was in the tank for over an hour. Most of what happens ends up, what they say in the business, ends up on the cutting room floor. That's a term from back where they used to edit movies, and what they would cut out of the film would just be piles of it laying all over the floor. Because here's the thing: when they find a product that they like this, that they went nuts over, then they quit. They start asking detailed questions, financial questions, and a lot of times those questions are pretty boring for the TV audience, so they cut a lot of that out. And that was a lot of my questions from Mark Cuban and from Kevin and all them, was the financial part of the business, and which had not been good, but thanks to Shark Tank, put us through the roof. So,
and one of the things that was important to you when you invented ChordBuddy and started having it manufactured was that it was made there in Alabama, and it is made in the U.S.
I told you I showed everybody at the beginning the knife, I actually, guys, found one of the first prototypes in my drawer.
Oh, look at that.
Look how flat everything is. Look at there. Look, almost no. That is crazy. I just found that in my drawer here. And I'm telling you how much
the Travis Perry
that
Museum.
thing's worth right there. I'm gonna say, that thing in the museum would be worth, I mean, probably tens and tens of dollars.
Oh, that's great. This learning system, when you demonstrated, there was one guitar player on the stage in the Shark Tank, and that was Kevin O'Leary, and they call him Mr. Wonderful, but he's really Mr. Skeptical, because he just says, "What is it really? Are you really learning how to play guitar by using those buttons?"
And he I couldn't have scripted it any better. I knew that Kevin had to give it his seal of approval, because, as you said, he's the only one on stage that plays. So they all look to him. According to what's being presented, there's usually one shark that's going to know more about what's being presented, and they all sort of look to that shark. Well, for musical instruments, it's Kevin. And I said, I've got to get him, on board with it. So I was playing and doing my little demo of that's the exact pattern I was playing, because that sounds really, really good. But I knew that he would go, well, that sounds good, but all you're doing is pushing buttons. You're not really learning nothing. And Scott, when he said that, it was like when you throw that top water lure beside that stump right about dark.
Yeah.
And it's about 6 o'clock, and you see you see the water ripple, and you pull and you set that hook, you got him. You got that 10-pound bass, Scott. So I knew I had him when he did that. I knew I had him. So
yeah, and then Robert Herjavec, he speaks up and says, when he's driving down the road, he's got his children in the car with him, and that rock song comes on. He wants to be that guitar player. And then he walked over, put on a guitar with the ChordBuddy, and immediately was playing Amazing Grace. He'd never played guitar.
Never. And I mean, you saw when he went, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. When he went back, he went, we're jamming, baby. I mean, he had a duck. And if you watch the full video at the end, they say I'm the first one that ever did this. I actually went up to Robert and picked him up and started running down the hall with him.
And that's Shark Tank season 3, episode 3. That you were on with him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then, so let's get a little demonstration of how this works and kind of what the learning system is, because most people, when they're going to learn guitar, they immediately look at the chord charts, or their instructor says, put your finger here, and then strum, and now put your finger here, 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 and change. But you start actually with the rhythmic part of music.
Yeah. So let me explain that. Let me shut my door real quick, just so it'll be a little quieter. We got people walking in off the streets here. We can't beat them out of here with a stick.
It is Christmas, and I can't think of a better gift than a gift of music. And the ChordBuddy, to me, the best value out there is to buy the whole system, $299. Get that Perry guitar that you've got there, the award-winning Perry guitar, the award-winning guitar learning system with the 2-month songbook or lesson book, the songbook, picks, and a tuner. You got it all right there.
Everything. Yep. So let me sort of give a demo here and explain how the system works. And I'm going to do it with a little Christmas song, Rudolph. So we start with the blue. Okay, I said, look, there's 4 buttons, so 1 finger per button, because you want to get your fingers all working independently of each other. The goal is to remove this, and then you're going to need to use all your fingers to make different chords. So don't do like this is what I'm saying. Don't just be a one-trick pony using 1 finger. Use your different fingers. All right, here we go. Start with the blue. And when you're going to do a quarter strum, that's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny, go to red nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. So now that's the quarter strum. I'm gonna go through 60 days in 60 seconds. So, but I want you to get the full from start to finish. So once okay, I'm cool with that, and you go through the lesson book and you play all the songs with the quarter strum. Then you come back and you add the 8th strum, which is down and up. So 1 and 2. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. So I'm still doing the quarter strum, but I'm adding an up strum, which makes it 8 strums instead of 4. So you get it? That's why it's called 8th note strum. All right, so next we teach what's called the pick strum, and that's where you'll pick the top string, if we're doing the G, and strum the bottom 5. See? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. When you go to D or red, you're going to pick the 4th and strum the bottom 3. So that's the pick strum. Then we go to what's called the alternating pick strum, which is harder and sounds even better, but it's all a progression, guys. So on the alternating, you pick the top string, strum, then you pick the 4th string and strum. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Hear that? So we went from doing just quarter notes to this. So that's the advanced strumming. Then after we do that, guys, it's ready to where the rubber meets the road, as I say. And that's the most exciting time for me in your journey of learning, is you're going to actually remove your first tab. Now, look at there. You've pulled it out and you're actually playing a D chord. So let's go back to the song. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. Now you're playing the chord for real. You're playing it yourself. Guys, you hadn't got frustrated. 70% that try to play the guitar give up within the first 60 days. They get frustrated. It hurts your fingers. It's not easy. And they just say the heck with it. And I can't tell you how many students, and I'm serious, as my son is saying, I'm serious as a heart attack when I say this. Little Joey, I'd be teaching him for 3 or 4 or 5 weeks, and I would see the improvement he's making, but he ain't seeing it, because I'm seeing every Tuesday at 4 o'clock as a snapshot, and I can see progression, like when they used to make the stop motion. I was telling my son about Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer with stop motion. See, I would see a progression, but he wasn't. And little Joey quit before it clicked with him. And it always hit me, if all these people would have had a chord buddy to keep them engaged, to keep them having fun, then they would not have quit. And that little Joey that quit might have been the next Van Halen, or might have been the next B.B. King.
There has been some testimonials of folks. There was one particular young man. Boy, you would have thought he learned from Eddie Van Halen, but he said he started with ChordBuddy, and he sent videos in, and what an amazing guitar player.
Wow, this kid has gone on and is, in fact, he was actually traveling around for a while playing the opening of baseball games with his guitar. I tell you, he has really done good, and I'm so thankful for him and how he has helped as an ambassador, letting people know what ChordBuddy can do and change your life.
Travis, we have a question. So Carly writes, can you do a video lesson for Mole of Kintyre from Paul McCartney and Wings? Paul McCartney and Wings. Yeah, that's not a song I'm familiar with. Mole of Kintyre.
Sadly, I've never heard that song.
Well, we'll have to. We'll take a look. Carly, we'll take a look. Thanks for checking on that. We'll definitely take a look. Because we've been doing these Amazon Lives coming up to Christmas from Black Friday and through Black Friday, but I think I have a lot of fun doing these. I want to keep doing them as we progress into the new year, because a lot of people, Travis, are going to be making New Year's resolutions, and one of them is going to be, I want to learn to play guitar.
Scott, you can ask chat this. It'll tell you in the top 5. The number 1 is lose weight.
Yeah.
Number 2 is to learn a musical instrument. So,
well, there you go.
We're in good company. But don't do it like everybody does, and you do good for a week and then you're back to eating jelly donuts the second week. Do it this time with ChordBuddy. Learn with ChordBuddy, and I guarantee you're not going to quit. You're not going to stop. You're going to be playing your first song the day you get your ChordBuddy. And hey, guys, here's the thing: if not, I'll refund every penny of it back to you.
I tell you, that's quite a guarantee. But you can offer that because it works. Travis, I want to talk about the ukulele. Did you bring a ukulele?
A man after my own mind, right there.
And I'll just say, so $299 for the complete system with the guitar, the ChordBuddy, and all that. $149.95 for the Amahi ukulele, which is a fine musical instrument. They make guitars, mandolins, I think, just a whole bunch of instruments. This Amahi ukulele is a beautiful sounding instrument.
AMAHI, that is their ukulele line, and AMATI, Amati, is their guitar line.
Okay, well, we've got you've got the ChordBuddy for ukulele, and this is an easy way. If people have a ukulele already, they can buy just the ChordBuddy for ukulele. But if you don't have one and you're thinking, my New Year's resolution, I want to do some Christmas songs with music, this is probably the best deal out there. I can't think of anything better.
I just yesterday, so this is a true story. Person came in wanting a guitar for their child who was 8 and wanted a guitar. And I said, sadly, we don't have the ChordBuddy Junior anymore. And they said, oh, Lord, I thought you. I said, no, they quit making it. But we've replaced it with the ukulele. And they said, well, I don't know about that, And anyway, long story short, she couldn't have been happier that we had this out. Because here's the thing with the ukulele, Scott, the same mechanics transfer over, but there's not as many rules to start with ukulele. So what I mean by that, with ukulele, one, you don't have to use a pick. You can use your thumb. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. So, or you can use your finger, which I use my finger, my nail, like that. And listen, it is an amazing quality. The wood, listen, just amazing, Scott.
Mm-hmm. So let's get some Christmas songs. Show people how to play some Christmas songs.
Well, here's a good one. Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandma, we believe. Yeah, we do.
I tell you, it's so much fun to play music, and we've had stories of a man out in California bought ChordBuddy and was playing Christmas songs with his daughter, Christmas caroling
On a sleigh, Scott. He had it was either a 1-horse or a 2-horse drawn carriage sleigh that they were caroling from house to house, and he was doing it all with a ChordBuddy. Changing lives. I mean, taking names and changing lives is what we're doing here at ChordBuddy, Scott.
Well, what a great way for a father to be a hero to his child.
Yeah.
Is just pull that thing out and you start singing songs. And the thing about kids, Travis, is they're all singers and musicians and dancers, and they don't care. You start singing that Rudolph, you start singing Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, any one of those songs, those kids are going to be singing and dancing, and that's going to be the best Christmas ever. Pull out a ChordBuddy, a Mahi, ukulele combination there, $149.95 highlighted right here in the carousel. If people click that, opens a new tab, hit add to cart, you're going to be the hero Christmas morning.
Another true story just 2 days ago, well, Sunday, in fact, an old schoolmate of mine called me and wanted a ChordBuddy for their grandchild because she had given her daughter a ChordBuddy 15 years ago when they first came out. And now not that girl, but her sister's wants one for her sister's child.
Yeah.
So generation is where I'm going with this.
I love it. It's a great tool because it is a learning system. And then 2 months, people are going to wean themselves away from it, as you explained, like training wheels. You start riding your bike with training wheels, and as you learn the balance and to pedal and to steer, you pull the training wheels off. Same thing with ChordBuddy. You learn to strum. You start putting your fingers on the strings as you remove those tabs, and pretty soon you don't have the ChordBuddy on there anymore. You've got a songbook with more than 100 songs in it, but that doesn't stop there. You've got more songbooks that people can get, hundreds of songs, worship songs, Christmas songs, pop songs, country songs, ballads. Valentine's Day is going to be coming soon. Maybe you got a song you want to sing for your sweetheart.
Yeah. Well, hey, as the gentleman, that wanted to play Brown Eyed Girl.
Yeah.
Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came. Down in the hollow. Playing a new game. Laughing and a running. Hey, hey. So the story with that song is that a guy sent me a letter, or his daughter did. He wanted to play Brown Eyed Girl for his 60th wedding anniversary. 60 years. And his wife had brown eyes, and I sent him a ChordBuddy, and he was able to play Brown Eyed Girl for his 60th wedding anniversary. I tell you, music changes lives. ChordBuddy makes that possible, and take advantage of it. I beg you. I've never. I tell you, I told somebody this other day. I've never heard anybody say that they regret the day that they took up playing a musical instrument. Never heard that, and I don't think you ever will.
Oh no, I tell you, it's you're happy, you're sad, Travis. You talk about this a lot. That when you're happy, you play music. When you're sad, you can play music. When you want to celebrate, when you want to remember a loved one that's gone on.
Yeah. You know what I did last night, Scott? I was day trading or night trading, and I made $165. You know what I did? I celebrated. I I just made some money in the stock market. Well, 3 minutes later, I lost $700 in the stock market. So you know what I did then? I just lost some money in the stock market. So I was playing because I was unhappy at that point. So yes. But we're gonna leave it with them. And listen, guys, please don't wait. Every year I give this same speech. Today is Tuesday. If we hadn't got the order and it hadn't gone out the door by Thursday, then you may not get it by Christmas. Please order today.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got it's all in the carousel there. Whether you want to, if you have a guitar already and you want to get just the ChordBuddy, you can do that. We can get the combo, which is what I recommend. And Travis, you have that in the. I love that finish. I love that finish. That's got a vintage look to it. You also have it similar to the one over your shoulder there. That's in a kind of a natural finish. And people can choose either one.
That's a natural. That's a spruce top. So, which both of them are spruce. You just can't see the wood quite as good in this as you can that one, because you can see the grain better in that one. And it's just a matter of what you like. Do you like the painted version or do you like the natural wood version? They're both fine instruments.
So $2.99 right here on Amazon. Click that, add to cart, order today, get it by Christmas. Be playing Christmas songs. Wake the kids up, before they get out of bed. So who's that down there singing Rudolph? And or buy the ukulele. We got. I recommend the combo again. $149.95. That a heck of a deal.
Oh,
and grandparents, what do the kids want? They want electronics. That's going to be hundreds and hundreds of dollars. $1,000 to buy an iPhone, and in a few years that phone's going to be worn out, obsolete. Technology is going to be bad. That ukulele, that'll go to their grandchildren.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so my recommendation for grandparents is buy 3 or 4 or how many ever grandkids you got, buy a ukulele for them. And they'll be playing that morning,
Well, and they'll pass it on. When you learn something, you pass it down to the next generation, and it passes down. And you'll start something that you'll be so happy that you did. And so.
Well, Travis, you're looking sharp in the jacket there.
Thank you. Feeling sharp.
Got big holiday plans. Going to be spend some time with the family, your grandson.
Yep. We talked about that yesterday. We talked about what I'm going to cook. I'm cooking dumplings, dressing, and squash casserole. And that's what I'm in charge of.
All right. Well, that's good. Well, my wife and I, we're going to be going to New Orleans for Christmas.
Oh, wow.
We figure it's not that far away from here in Waco, Texas. So we're gonna make the drive over and little Christmas jazz. Little New Orleans Christmas jazz.
But that'll be fun.
Yeah, should be good. Should be a lot of fun. And then I will be driving to Orlando in January, middle of January.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think my route takes me right by. I'm going from Texas to Orlando.
Well,
I can go right through Dothan.
Yeah, well, close to it. You've got to go 231. So it just yeah.
So maybe I'll drop by and say hi.
Absolutely, sure.
Get some new photos.
Yeah, we need some.
And well, Travis, you think we'll be back next Tuesday here on Amazon with everybody?
We're going to say we are, but we'll see.
Let's see. So the 23rd, stay tuned. Keep your eye out. And excuse me, getting a little thick there. Yeah, music. It's a lot of fun. Travis, you make it easy. You showed Robert Herjavec he could play even though he had never played guitar before. I bet he went home. In fact, you got to spend some time with him.
I did. I've
He
spent
got
time
to-
with him in Toronto, here in Dothan, in Nashville, in Michigan, several places. Yeah.
And he was driving like a Ferrari driver might drive.
Picked me up on his Ferrari. Yes. Scared me to death.
Well, with that, Travis, we're going to go out with the ChordBuddy, and I'll just say Merry Christmas to you. Hopefully we'll see you next week, but if not, we'll see you on the other side, and keep an eye out for Grandma and those reindeer.
And remember the reason for the season.
The reason for the season. You got that right over your shoulder there. I'll let people see that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, Travis. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
My love is music. I have taught thousands of people to play the guitar. Sadly, I've seen thousands quit. The guitar is the most popular instrument in the world, but yet it is one of the most frustrating. We all want to play the guitar for one reason. You know what it is? To meet chicks. There's 4 buttons. It plays G, D, C, and E minor. With those 4 chords, you can play hundreds of thousands of songs. Y'all, that's done with 1 button. 1 finger.
Are you really learning how to play the guitar by pushing a single button? Why are you learning anything?
Oh, man, the question I was waiting for. It is a cheat, I'll be honest, unless it does this. You pull that out. Now, instead of pressing a button, you're really playing a chord. We have a patented 2-month learning system.
Whenever I drive down the street with my girls and a good guitar riff comes on, I want to be a rock star so bad. If you can teach me how to play the
I
guitar,
promise you I can right now. Let's do it.
let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay.
Thank you very much. All right, I'll play, you sing.
Match the red one.
The red one?
Uh-huh. Amazing grace, green, just a green, how sweet, back to blue, the sound that saved.
We're jamming, baby!
A rich, go to red,
Red?
like me. Woo! Y'all, what you've just seen him do would take at least 2 months.
That's true.